on Clownfish TV. Now, Clownfish TV is a channel that focuses on pop culture, primarily the comics industry, because this guy over here, Neon, is this is his avatar, obviously, and this is his wife. I forgot his wife's name, but he used to work in the comics industry as well as for Disney, so he has some specific insights into both of those that I really like to take. So go over there and go ahead and give them a follow. Wow, I've been looking at Clownfish TV all this time and I've never been subscribed to them, so I'm going to fix that right now. I'm going to give this video a like. And the purpose of this video is this exact article. I decided to go ahead and do an article on this on my own, or video rather, of this on my own. Marvel makes Frank Castle the Punisher again. Well, wouldn't you know? But before I get into the content, make sure you do like, share, subscribe, turn on the post notifications. And if you watch this video to the end, I really appreciate your support. All that stuff really helps me out here. By the way, I'm going to include a link to this video in the description of this video. Make sure you also give Clownfish TV a follow. But yes, back to the article right here. Marvel makes Frank Castle the Punisher again. Frank is back in action in, let me get that out of the way, a hyper-violent new Red Band series. Now, for those of you who are not aware, Marvel decided to go ahead and abandon the likes of Frank Castle and the Punisher because the Punisher logo for them became an eyesore, because a whole bunch of cops and military people and frankly conservatives used to walk around with the Punisher logo, because let's face it, the Punisher logo is one of the coolest logos in all of medium. It's one of the most recognizable. As you can see right there, I mean, you just see that big giant skull on a black motif, and everybody immediately recognizes it. But Marvel, being ashamed that they say that it was co-opted by people who they frankly don't want to have any association with, they decided to go in there and back in the early 2020s and change that to some stupid samurai looking thing, and then they went in there and decided to go ahead and ultimately just kill off Frank Castle completely, and which was utter dumb bullshit. But then of course Netflix decided to go ahead and bring Frank Castle and the Punisher, portrayed by the great John Bernthal, into the Netflix Marvel universe, which, by the way, in my view, the Netflix Marvel universe is now possibly the best Marvel universe created for our time. The Marvel Cinematic Universe used to be that, and I'm gonna get to that towards the end of this video, because I'm gonna tie this to something else, another article that IGN just put up. And but now the Marvel Cinematic Universe is in such disarray that the Netflix Marvel Universe basically now stands on its own, and even its worst property in my view, which is the Iron Fist. The whole entire Iron Fist seasons 1 and 2 were just trash. But I would watch that before I watch anything from Disney Marvel, recent Disney Marvel, or anything from Disney Plus. So, but anyways, back to the Punisher. They went on ahead and changed the symbol here, and you'll see it right here in this particular thing. You see that right there? This is how ashamed they were of the Punisher. They changed it to this god-awful looking Oni type ogre slash thing, and then they turned him into some type of ninja. You see he's got two swords right there with two ninja behind him. I think that's Madame Gao that's walking side by side to him. But it was just complete and utterly stupid. He got murked by his own wife, which this was back in the heyday of the nonsense of the girl boss, the strong, independent woman who don't need no man. It was just complete. It was a complete and utter slap in the face to the character. Well, that entire run did not do as well as they thought it would. So now Marvel has to make Frank Castle the Punisher again. Well, let's go ahead and Trumpify it. Marvel makes Frank Castle great again. There we go. So now we're back with Frank Castle. I could have just scrolled down and showed it right here. So now we're back to putting the giant skull on the Punisher's chest, thanks to once again Jon Bernthal's portrayal of the character in the Netflix universe. Marvel has finally figured out, you know something? We need this stuff called money. We need to bring in a whole bunch of money because we are running red. We are running dry. We don't want to end up like the Warner Brothers who just got a BB plus rating from Fitch. We need to keep our credit rating high so that we'll be able to borrow and do all kinds of other great things like make movies and make television shows and make toys and keep those damn parks we have open. So they decided that they want to get back in the toy business. They want to get back in the popular business. They want to get back into selling comics. They want to get back into preparing the image of Marvel. What better way to do that than to bring back Punisher with his proper logo? Because, oh, wow, big idea here. Cops, people in the military, and conservatives also buy shit too. Oh my God, they got this stuff called money that we want. Let's go ahead and give them something that they like. Oh, you mean the Punisher logo is popular with people? People who actually buy stuff with the Punisher logo on it? There's Kata looking there right there playing Star Wars Battlefront 2. He's supposed to be on TV right now with hypnosis. Well, oh, whatever. So yeah, Red Band #1 will be released on September 10th, 2025. It will be interesting to see how well this comic sells. But I'll tell you one entity that is getting it right, that's getting Punisher right. Let's go ahead and take a look and see at the images over here from Marvel Rivals. Look at that, guys. This is what the Punisher looks like in Marvel Rivals. Oh my goodness. Look at this right here. Here's a Jon Bernthal Punisher. Oh wow, sells for $400. He's got the skull on there. He's got the Avengers logo, which is kind of weird. But yeah, he was part of the Avengers every now and then. Here's another one. Look at that, Jon Bernthal Punisher. Sells for $820. I'm not gonna buy that, but it's just like, wow. People like this version of the Punisher. And here we go again. Another one, Marvel Rivals. Look at how the Chinese treats the Punisher. Isn't this what? It is a sad state of affairs when the Chinese, of all people, treat American culture better than the Americans do. But maybe Disney's finally figured it out. You know what? Hey, we wants to make the money. So let's go ahead and bring back, wrong article. Let's make Frank Castle the Punisher again with the Frank Castle logo. The Punisher logo. Reread and reload, true believers. Frank Castle is back with no memories, a full clip, and a thirst for wrathful vengeance. His violent search for answers could only be chronicled in a Red Band series. Bullets will fly, blood will flow, and the citizens and criminals of New York City alike will fear the name The Punisher. Hey, sounds like a winner to me. But those are my thoughts on the issue. What do you guys think? Are you guys happy that Disney Marvel finally got its head up out of its ass and said, hey, we like making money, and they're bringing back Frank Castle as the Punisher with the exact Punisher logo? Jump down in the comment and let me know your thoughts. And thank you very much for liking, sharing, subscribing, and turn on those post notifications, and also for watching this video all the way to the end. I really appreciate your guys' support. And remember, this is Chris Bolt signing off, and I will catch you guys in the next video. You guys take it easy.